Hi, everybody. Sorry, I thought I'd go for hi, Dr. Nick, just because I'm going to start different today. How you doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/Scream My name is Graham D, and I'm joined by Mr. Bib. I'll read Bib.
Good afternoon, Graham. How are we doing? Yeah, it's just after morning, 12:30. Here we go.
It is, yeah, not too bad, mate, not too bad. If anyone is watching, just to let you know, if you're watching live on Twitch, obviously you may be listening on demand. Hi, how you doing? Or watching on demand. The internet has shit the bed twice already, and we've been live 7 minutes. So, great success. Nice, exclamation mark, Sky, for anyone in the chat. But yes, I am good. Bibby's good. Are you guys good? If you are good, please do feel free to let us know in the chat. Has Gagad has done already. Good afternoon, gents. Hey, Gagad, how you doing? How do I say this? Jinx said? I don't know. Good afternoon. Thank you for the follow an hour ago as well. Welcome into the stream. How you doing? Ted Nort says, oh, hello. That's how it goes, right, Bib?
No, Graham.
How does it go?
It actually goes, oh!
God damn, that was a bit...
Uploads!
But not quite. So, but it was
People are going to come running downstairs thinking we got someone bursting through the door or something.
For anyone who doesn't know, if you're new here or whatever, basically, I'm broadcasting from home today. Bibby, however, is here. He's in the ICU studio, so we have a nice studio set up. So Bibby's not the only one there. There is a whole team of people upstairs. So Bibby's screaming like that. Someone probably thinks he's fallen over and he's got himself caught in a bunch of wires or something under the desk. So it wouldn't surprise me if anyone comes running in. I'm here now. I did it to delay your stream. Ah, no, man. Welcome in, Tito. But, do you know what?
Catch you later. Bye.
It's in a bit, mate. Nice.
Catch you later. Bye.
If anyone doesn't know what this is, by the way, let me jump into the split screen and put Bibby in the studio because it'll say he's at home, as it always does. I need to change it. Boom, there he is. As you studio. Oosh. As mentioned, my name's Graham Day. This is Bibby. We are Ice Cream Uppers in a true Ice Creamy fashion. This is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We're going to be live for the next hour or so, bringing you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. That's what we do. And then we'll give you our thoughts and impressions, but we also want to hear your thoughts and impressions and your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how the whole thing works. So please do feel free to get involved in the chat. We are live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uppers, where we record this podcast each and every single weekday at 10 a.m. Ish. Yeah, it's now 12:30, which is close to 10 a.m., so we'll take that. Nice. We do work in video games. That's the reason why we talk about video games. But because we work in video games, the work stuff comes first. So the scoops, the podcasts, and the streams all fit around that, which is why we have the ish start times. We aim for 10 a.m., sometimes it's 10 a.m.-ish. And I say sometimes I mean all the time. You know, that's what it is. But if you are in the stream, please do feel free to get involved. And it's important that you do because the live stream is turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music and Google Play. There is a lot of places where over 200,000 people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand since we kicked it off about 76,000 years ago. That's what it kind of feels like a little bit. But also 5 minutes at the same time. It's weird. Anyway. So we are going to talk about news, but before we do, I want to give you guys a few reminders. First of all, I tell you all the time, we have a loot drop. So in less than 2 weeks, we will give away a prize to someone that subs to our channel. So if you're watching our channel on Twitch, you think, oh, these adverts annoy me. I might just sub so I can get rid of the adverts. Well, that's fine. That will help us and help you. If you think, oh, those are some sexy ass emotes, that hello one that moves, I want that. Well, subbing will give you that. But also, if you sub to the channel, then not only do you support us, get ad reviewing and the emotes, but you also get entered into a monthly giveaway. For every sub, every month that you're a sub, on the draw date, we will include you. You don't even have to do anything apart from claim it if you win. As well as that, exclamation mark giveaway for anyone in the chat. If you play Call of Duty and you want some Call of Duty points, you want some COD points, we are giving away 2,400 COD points. That is enough to buy, I want to say every. There could be probably something that's more expensive, but we'll just say most operator bundles out there. So if you want to buy the Homelander bundle from the Boys crossover, you can get that. You want to buy the Starlight bundle, you can get that. And annoyingly, you would have been able to get the Scream bundle and stuff from previous fucking games that you can't play. But I'm not angry. It's fine. I just miss them. So yeah, if you type exclamation mark giveaway, you will find a link to that. You can go redeem jobs good. If you're playing on console and you think, it's a PC giveaway, it is a PC giveaway. However, the giveaway, the game works cross-platform. So if you have the ability to download the game on a PC, just redeem it, log in on Steam, turn it off, log back in on your console, and you'll have 2,400 COD points. Facts. There you go. So if you ever see a COD giveaway, not even just on our channels, anywhere, if anyone's giving away COD points and you think, I'll play on my PS5 or my Xbox, But if you can get on a PC and just log in with a Steam account, you can put them straight onto your Xbox and your PlayStation. Smarts, it's about what you know. That's what it is. So yeah, do feel free to get involved with that. Do I say Jinx? How would you like to be referred to? Jinx has just done the exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. The link is there. Do feel free to click on that. It does say #ad because that has been provided to us by our friends at Call of Duty UK. We are Call of Duty UK partners. We don't make a bit of a song and dance about that because, you know, we like to keep things mixed up, keep things fresh. So yeah, COD do provide us with bits from time to time. Like this code, we haven't paid for. They've not forced us to do anything with it. We don't even have to do the giveaway for it. We can use it for ourselves, but we decided to give it away anyway. So yeah, nice. Whilst we're on the subject of #ad, if you haven't seen the post that we did this morning about Logitech G, basically talking about this microphone, as always, if you can get involved with any of our sponsored posts, it's advertising and it's for our benefit, but obviously that means it's for your benefit. So we posted about the Logitech Blue Sonar mic, which is the mic that I'm using, this morning on our social media. If you can spare a like and a retweet on any of the channels, be it a like on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, go click on all of the posts. We would very, very much appreciate that because that's us returning the love that we get from those brands. Yeah. And then if we return the love, they like it and they give us more love, which allows us to give you love. That's we don't hide any of that stuff. We are quite open. That is a #ad. We include the ad stuff. You're supposed to. A lot of people don't. We include it just to be transparent. So we are working with Logitech. They did give us this mic for free, and we are basically scratching their back because they've scratched ours. But yeah, if you can support that, we'd very, very much appreciate it. And then one more thing to mention is I have a knife. Yeah, which allows Beans to win more givers. It does, exactly. At least we all know. But yeah, I have a new knife. Yeah, it's a Valorant themed knife. The reason I went for a Valorant themed knife is because it's silver, black, and purple, which is not too far away from the ICU color schemes. And the reason I've bought a knife is not because, well, it's partially because I'm an Asbo Ute, but it's mainly because we have a bunch of stuff to open, unbox, and turn into content for you guys over the next few weeks and months. We've been meaning to do it for ages, and we are now going to start doing it. So things like this Astro A30 headset, beyond me, the A40s that we use, the A10s that we've got in the studio, the Shure microphones, this Logitech Blue Sonar microphone, the Wave mics that we've had previously. We're going to start doing some tech stuff for all of that stuff. So if anyone's interested in any hardware, particularly from a streaming perspective, we're going to start doing unboxing stuff for that. So this is my opening knife, so you'll start to see this in videos when we need to get through seals and stuff, rather than just whipping out some dodgy butter knife or a Stanley knife. We wanted something themed, so yeah. Also, for the benefit of Bib, who can't see this, when I showed him the picture of it yesterday, he was like, oh, that's nice, I want to see a knife spin. If I break my monitors or anything now, it flicks off my finger, this is entirely Bibby's fault.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Love that.
That's not a knife in an Australian accent. I see you've played Knifey Spoony before. A little bit of a Simpsons reference for the Crocodile Dundee reference, if anyone gets that. Nice. Anyway, so yes, shout out to Call of Duty for the support and all of our sponsors, Logitech G, Astro, GT Mega, all of you guys, you're all beautiful. We appreciate you very, very much. But for you guys, we're here to talk about video game news. Should we talk about some video game news, Bib?
Do you know what, Graham? I would love nothing more on this weekday morning,
afternoon. Tell you what I would love. I would love someone to drop a follow like CD just did on the channel. I apologize if your name's not CD and I've just called you CD. I apologize for that. Goddamn. But we appreciate the follow. Don't we, Sean Paul?
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you getting involved. Did you appreciate me appreciating you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. Cheers, mate. Okay, so we are here to talk about video game news.
I apologize.
Do you apologize, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna support me.
No.
Fuck's sake, babe. God. Sheesh. So we're going to start off by talking, funnily enough, about Call of Duty. That is not linked to the spawn. That is the fact that yesterday, one of the potential biggest stories of the week, if not the month, has started to leak out. And it's not really big if you know how video games work, but it's big if you are super excited about Call of Duty. And that is the fact that Sledgehammer Games is seemingly teasing a Modern Warfare 3 reveal. So if you want new Call of Duty, if you want Modern Warfare 3, we've spoke about it before, it's pretty much going to be that game. But now we're getting our first official steps towards that. That's how we'll kick things off. We'll then talk about Ubisoft. Following up from yesterday, Ubisoft bins your account and doesn't want you to have games ever. #clickbib. We have an update on that story. We'll then talk about Ubisoft getting rid of one of their I want to say most beloved. It's not most beloved, but a title that people wanted to really get on board with in Immortals Phoenix Rising. They're getting rid of that, and we'll tell you why and how in our third story. Before talking about Diablo 4, which I didn't realise this until yesterday, chatting in the office, it's not actually having a great time. In my mind, Diablo 4 was fucking great. Super successful game. Not so much right now. But before all that, Call of Duty. Mr. Bibb, are you excited for more Modern Warfare?
Do you know what? If you are new around here, you might not have heard me talk about this recently, but for the last 2 weeks or so, I have been getting back into Call of Duty. I go through spells, I go through lulls with Call of Duty, and it's something that obviously I'll go back into greater detail off of the back of this. But in terms of looking forward to what a new Modern Warfare can look like, considering what we know about skins and everything from this Call of Duty moving over into the new one, yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to this more than I did do the jump between the others.
That's actually not a lie either, by the way. There is no spot on the fact that Bibby's playing more Call of Duty. When anyone that's in Discord, you can see what your friends are playing. And Bibby, I saw the other day, was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So there you go. Nice. Okay, jumping into the article then. Tom Ivan at VGC. I'm going to try keep the pace up here a little bit because Tito's just said, can you hurry up? I've got 20 minutes until my lunch break and I've got to nip out to shops. And Gargad says, same here. So sorry, guys. Sorry, we'll kick it up. God damn. Also, Beans always wins, full disclosure, says Tito regarding our giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, we have a Call of Duty giveaway, exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. And on that note, Sledgehammer Games is seemingly teasing a Modern Warfare 3 reveal. The studio has updated images of its logo to match leaked promotional material. So Sledgehammer Games has provided the latest piece of evidence suggesting that this year's Call of Duty game will be Modern Warfare 3. The Activision studio has updated their header photos on its social media accounts, which now display its logo, pictured above, still on the screen for you guys now. Ezekiel Rage, thank you for the follow. I do have to go off topic here. I'll come back to the article in just a second. Someone that I do play a lot of games with on this channel is Nietzsche123. Really good guy, really good part of the community, big friend of the channel. And one of the things that we always say is, if you've not seen the "fuck you Ezekiel, fuck you Tony" sort of video, so that is the reason why you've just followed this channel, and we appreciate that very much. But I'm going to introduce you by saying "fuck you Ezekiel." So yeah, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So yeah, the Activision studio has updated the header photos on its social media accounts, which now display its logo, pictured above, with the letter E appearing in the form of a red Roman numeral 3, which is obviously I on its side. Fuck you, Tony. Yeah, welcome in, Ezekiel. How you doing? As spotted by Charlie Intel, the style of the numeral matches the one featured on what appears to be leaked promotional material for the game, pictured below, which for those looking now on stream, you can see it. Anyone watching, listen on demand. If it doesn't describe it in the article, I will describe it for you afterwards. Which was published online Monday, shortly before Sledgehammer updated its social media accounts. It was first reported that Call of Duty 2023 would be a continuation of last year's Modern Warfare 2, with development being led by Sledgehammer. Activision seemingly confirmed this last week, should I say, when it said that Modern Warfare 2 operators, weapons, and bundles will carry forward into this year's series entry, which is yet to be officially revealed. Maps and modes from Modern Warfare 2 will also be carried over to the new title. It has been claimed. Okay, we can stop there. So yeah, it didn't actually mention it. Basically, the Codden Warfare. I've said that before.
Yeah, this isn't the first time.
Oh my god, we need to get rid of the Xbox Boss logo and make a Codden Warfare logo. Fuck, why did they not just call it Codden Warfare?
I mean, that's the name of your local chippy, right?
It is now. So yeah, Codden Warfare 3 logo has been leaked, and this is on promotional packaging for Monster energy drinks. So naturally, you'll get crossovers. I think Halo did something with Monster as well. So video games brands and energy drinks do realise that they go hand in hand. So often you'll get marketing crossovers, which is exactly what's happening here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 branding for Monster energy drink promotional packs has been seen in the wild. So naturally, either that was always the case that Sledgehammer were going to update their logos at some point, and it was just today, or they've gone, shit, okay, well, stuff's already out there now, so we might as well do it now. So nothing has been confirmed. This is the thing with video games. You often know about video games before you know about video games, and that's where we are right now. Modern Warfare 3 officially doesn't exist, but we can see promotional Monster Energy drink packages. We can see Sledgehammer Games have updated their logo to include the Codden Warfare 3 Roman numerals. It's pretty much nailed on. I mean, it always was, but Modern Warfare 3, bib. Excited?
Yeah, as mentioned before, I am. I've kind of got back into the swing of things again in terms of Call of Duty. I go through peaks and troughs with it, as I do with most live service games. There'll be a time like I'm currently playing 3 separate games, albeit I genuinely have no time to play that many games. So me being able to spare an hour in an evening, I'm kind of choosing between 3. So I've got eFootball, I've got Fortnite, which I'm level 80, I think, at the moment. So I've only got 20 levels left before I've done the battle pass, and then I can put that aside for a month until that resets. And then also Call of Duty as well. So sometimes you might end up maining a game, and then you'll have a little side game that you play, and that you just keep the taste going, keep it fresh. And Call of Duty at the moment is that, but it's actually turning into my main game, which is obviously Temtem at the moment. I'm playing that on my Switch, and then I'm going upstairs playing it on my PC and stuff. It's still available on Humble Bundle. I'm looking at you, Graham, for the rest of the month for £9. It's usually about £45 on Steam. 100% worth your attention if you're into. What's the actual genre of Pokemon? I can't remember. Is it Monster? Is it Monster Capture or something? Monster? I can't remember what the actual genre is of it.
Yes.
It's something I can't. Yeah. Anyway, if you're into those types of games, it's definitely worth your attention. But yeah, in terms of Call of Duty, I'm actually really enjoying it at the moment. Don't play Warzone. The battle royale thing is always hit and miss for me, and I think that's just way too fast for me. DMZ, which I've actually not touched this season. But just normal Call of Duty, so whether it be team deathmatch, the third person mode, search and destroy, kill confirmed, or any of those other game modes, the third person one is actually the one that I'm enjoying the most. I think it's so much more tactical. You don't see people pelting it 100 mile an hour around a corner or scoping from long distances, because you just can't do it. There's some guns that you can ADS in, but most of them you can't. It's just over the shoulder, like Gears of War type thing. So you get people being a lot more tactical with it, and that's what I like. I imagine what the new PUBG Blue
Bomb Rush.
Yeah, I imagine that it's like that. So anyone who's familiar with playing that recently will probably enjoy playing this. But yeah, I genuinely really enjoying playing it at the moment.
For anyone watching the stream, you probably missed it now, but an ad break has just kicked in. We did delay it once already while we were reading the news. We just thought we'd leave it to run while we're in the discussion phase. You will miss out on insights, naturally. You won't know that I'm telling you this, but it is what it is. Anyone watching on demand, we do get ad breaks on Twitch, just how Twitch be. Okay, jumping back into the chat. Fuck you, Ezekiel says, fuck you, Tony, and then says, hey, I'm good. Thanks. How are you guys? We're good. Thank you. We appreciate you dropping in. Thank you very much for that. David says, isn't Ezekiel Rage from Johnny Quest or something like that? I know he carries a book and says, so says the Book of Rage. Well, you remember more than me, because I used to like Johnny Quest, but I don't remember. So I'm going to say yes. This Call of Duty... Hi, sheep. How you doing, babe? Maybe the first one I don't buy since Call of Duty 1, original World War II one. And I'm going to play X-Defiant instead. Interesting. That must take the X-Defiant player base up to 1. That's pretty cool. Sorry. I've not actually looked at X-Defiant. I remember talking about it early on in the press days, like in the press cycle, should I say, and I was kind of like, I hope it's okay. And genuinely, I haven't heard hardly anything about it, which could be a bad thing. Could just be stealthily going under the radar. So I'm assuming, though. Have you played any of it? Is it out yet? What's the situation with it?
No, it's not out yet. It's something that I'm keeping an eye on, and I know a lot of people who've played it have actually had a real good time with it. But I think the fact that there's been so many closed betas, and then there's been an open beta, but only open to the people who've played the previous one. So I had a weekend where I actually had a free Sunday. So I was thinking, I might actually put a few hours into it if I can, and I couldn't play it. So eventually it's going to be free to play and open to everyone, and that'll be the first opportunity that I actually get to be able to play it. But in terms of what people have played so far, I think people are actually enjoying what they're playing of it. To see it's a breath of fresh air, because I think there was some Call of Duty developers that have moved from that to this, and then they've created their love child. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for this one. I actually watched a lot.
Are we back? It looks like we might be back. We've got the lights flashing. Does that mean we're back? Hi. For anyone watching, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, Bibby was giving us some nice story about X-Defiant then, and my internet shit the bed. I did mention it in the intro, so fuck you, Sky. I knew it was coming, you yes, we're back. Nice. So yes, X-Defiant, Bib, you were saying.
Yeah, there has been a lot of people that have been excited about playing it, because obviously there was a love child from a lot of the Call of Duty developers moving over to go and create this game. So I think people have been keeping a keen eye on that based off of the older Call of Duties that they've played that they've thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm interested to see more of this game when it ends up coming out. But the fact that I wasn't able to play in it and participate in the hype was a little bit of a dampener. But I don't think we're a million miles away from the game actually releasing, which I am actually just gonna have a look now. Release date. So we're looking at, it just says summer's 2023. So yeah, the last possible date that this could be is September 23rd.
I mean,
so, yeah,
on paper, in reality, the last possible date this could be ever, whatever, let's go. Could be in the same way that PlayStation were going to release Discord in 12 months. Oh no, early 2022 or something they said, and we got it in 2023. So yeah, nice, great, fun times, let's go. We should be back. I've just been and kicked my skybox in the dick. It doesn't fucking change anything. It is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. I've said this many times before. It went down a couple times on Saturday as well. Yay. Sometimes we can go months without it going off, and then sometimes it will just fucking shit the bed every 5 seconds. Anyway, what we were talking about was the fact that Sheep has been playing X-Defiant, and the reason for that is he thinks the Modern Warfare series, mostly because I think quality-wise Infinity Ward do the best COD games, are objectively the best CODs quality-wise ever. However, they haven't been fun online to play, at least for Sheep, due to skill-based matchmaking. He's played the last two for 2 weeks, then not touched them again as he gets fed up playing in an MLG final every game. Do you know what? I do agree with that. Because there's positives and negatives. Skill-based matchmaking is, I assume people know, but if not, I'll give you a quick crash course. Words used wisely, because that's what the stream keeps doing. I'll give you a quick crash course. Skill-based matchmaking. As you play a game, you get really good, then the game plays you against other people that are really good, same level. And then the more people play, the more it can figure out what your sort of level is, and then it tries to pit you against other people to make sure the game is fair constantly. Which, that is, in theory, good. You are playing against other people of your level. It's fair. But if you start killing people, you play a bit of the game, you've got a good KD, you get played against the best people, and playing against people at your skill level all the time is good on paper. But people at your skill level, if you're a good player, doesn't necessarily mean that they play good. They play. You're stepping into the realms of sweaty players, people that are trying hard, like MLG, people that are playing for the win, and the win means everything. Forget about the fun that comes with it, and that's where the beauty of old school Call of Duty matchmaking came from. Because you could get some games where everyone likes to just bully a noob, don't they? Really, we've all seen the memes. When it gets to Christmas, there's always the Christmas noobs are here, and then there's always you see the memes of people shooting fucking water pistols and Nerf guns at children and stuff like that. It's that sort of thing, kind of stuff. They always make the reappear every year, and that's the same thing with Call of Duty. You'd get one of those games almost every night where someone would be stood in a corner like what am I doing? It's like playing bot lobbies. And then sometimes you'll get absolutely schooled by some guy that's bigger and better. Jobs are good and nice. But that's just par for the course. That's the way it is. And that kind of added to the whole thing. That level of RNG teammates is pretty much Battle Royale. That's what people like from Battle Royale. So adding that into the mix for a shooter, I would much prefer to play in an unpredictable sort of skill set environment, just because I want to be good at the game, but I don't want to always have to be fully focusing. I want to go into a game when I've been focusing all day and I want to switch off and I want to just do some fucking shit in aid spam. I want to just run around with a sniper rifle. I want to go fucking rocket launcher in and stuff like that. Just noob tubes and the rest. Whereas some guys got the meta class, and it's always the same thing. Start off, lob your nades to the left, run to the right, and then crouch, jump, dolphin peak, whatever it is around the corner with your MP9 or whatever the meta weapon is at the time. It just gets a bit tedious. And there's positives and negatives for both. Like, some people just want to play skill-based matchmaking, so they've got more chance of beating noobs and not get that feeling of being all-powerful. And it's like, well, you are in a class full of children. Nice one. Well done, mate. He's 12.
That's where I stand on it. I'm always for and against it, in terms of you can put your argument forward, but my argument is to play against people who are of similar level to you, like you just mentioned there, in terms of you want to switch off at the end of the night and you just want to go out and absolutely destroy, and it'll make you feel better, it'll make you sleep better. Do you know what I mean? You can go and tell everyone that you ended up having a 7 KD. But like you also just mentioned, you're playing with a lot of fucking idiots that have never played the game before. Like, play against people who are actually half decent and you're probably going to get absolutely spanked. But that's the whole purpose, right? For you to be able to get better. Do people play games, especially competitive games like that? I don't care what anyone says. Call of Duty is a competitive game. Same with FIFA. If you're playing that online, that's a competitive game. Unless you're starting out in like Division 10, Division 9, Division 8, or whatever, and then you end up smashing people 4 or 5-0. You go and tell your mates you're the best in the world, but then you go to Division 2, 3, and 4, and then you're drawing more, you're losing more. I know that'll probably take your fun away from it, but surely you'll just learn to get better at the game. There's always pros and cons for it, but I firmly believe that I stand behind skill-based matchmaking. There's no point in playing against people who are shit all the time. You need to be able to, get better at the game, or at least play against people where you probably don't win every single game. Maybe a 50 or 40% win ratio is about right, I think, for most football games, especially Pro Evo. Like, I see people posting their manager, or used to be able to post their manager percentages, and it's a lot of them, like, if you was 35 to 45%, you was half decent, because obviously that takes into consideration your draws and stuff as well. So I don't know. My personal opinion is I like it because I'm playing against people who are the same as me. I don't win every single game. I might come in the top 3 of a leaderboard. More than happy about that. I don't win every single one. Sometimes I might go in and fucking bottom of the leaderboard. But for people who say that they're the best and they go skill-based matchmaking, then they get the fucking ass handed to them, they get humbled, and then they end up not playing it because they don't like skill-based matchmaking. I believe that those people probably have a little bit more of an ego than most other people.
It's calling you out, sheep. Wow.
Exactly, sheep. You are the main critique of this of my rant. Then
I disagree. I like, whether you like it or not, a game like Call of Duty or FIFA being competitive, I feel, is an overly simplistic summary. Football is the world's game. So if I want to play a digital version of that, do I have to be defined by being a competitive person, or do I have to be restricted to just playing against AI? And that's where you get the difference between casual modes and ranked modes. And if your casual modes have skill-based matchmaking, then you're kind of muddying the lines. There is no right and wrong. Both are right, both are wrong. Skill-based matchmaking, for the reasons that Bibby said, is right. Skill-based matchmaking, for the reasons that Sheep said, is wrong. And that's the way the cookie crumbles with this. There is no right and wrong answer. For me, as someone that, if I was playing Call of Duty all the time, then I'd probably want skill-based matchmaking, just because then I'll have some form of consistency. If I was streaming it as a full-time Call of Duty content creator, that level of consistency would be cool. But you then miss out on those content moments where you can game in Nacho someone and make them look absolutely stupid. Just rock up with a shotgun and run around them 3 times while this guy's rotating on his belt buckle, not realizing that your ADS speed's much slower than someone moving. You just go, you miss out on that because the other person just goes, fuck this, jumps up, pow, and it's like, oh shit, I'm dead. So yeah, I don't think a casual lobby should have to be competitive. I don't feel that the same thing applies to football games and to whatever, because some people will jump on football games to brag about their their win rates and their goals scored and so on, and what division they're in. But some people are 12-year-old kids that are just trying to pack. I've got Messi. I got him for Messi. Yeah. So and it's that thing. It's the horses for courses, but we're all on the same course. And the same thing applies in BR once again, where we'll go in and we'll be like, "Oh, you sweaty bastard!" As if you just thirsted out and finished. You've just ruined my game. You absolute dickhead. But that person could be in a kill race. We don't know that. So that's similar sort of thing, but that is defined by the system at this point. Is the system's going, well, you will be playing against people that are going for kill races, that are hammering their KD rate, whereas you're in there trying to get your skin for your sniper, and you're not even a sniper player. You hate playing snipers, but you're in there trying to get it anyway, and the game's going, yep, well, that's it. You're playing against some really good people until you lose 5 games. Then we'll put you against some nerds, and then you can start again, and then we'll put you against some nerds. So yeah, for me, I'm undecided. Generally, on paper, I would probably be more against skill-based matchmaking for that sort of reason, because my best years playing Call of Duty were without skill-based matchmaking, and I haven't played to the extent with skill-based matchmaking. So based off of my experience, I can only vouch for non-skill-based matchmaking. But yeah, obviously that doesn't necessarily fit everyone.
PUBG, considering how much you play PUBG, like obviously for content reasons, as a content creator, you would fucking love to win the majority of your matches. You would also love to be able to get 20 bombs in every single game. Like that would be the ideal, because then you can create even more content off the back of that. But if someone was to come to me and say, look, I've just won 40 games in a row on PES, and I'd be like, oh, what division are you in? And they go, okay, yeah, I'm now in Division 6. I would fucking laugh at them. Like, obviously, you're going to win that many games because you're playing against idiots. But you got further up there, you're going to come up against fucking Eterito and Uzma and anybody else who's playing in the eFootball Pro. You're probably going to get your ass handed to you. That's where I think actually they're an half decent player because they're playing against half decent people, not playing against.
Surely the issue there though isn't the system; it's the braggy whopper that's trying to
100%
juke the stats.
100%, but that's what video games are about, though, aren't they? People want to be able to show their kill death. They want to show what division they're in. They want to show.
Is that just what video games are about? So Sheep says, ignoring and not being able to just jump in a game and play. I've got a hit 90% headshots, and everyone's using metaguns / tactics. It's not always about that. What if you just want to jump in and play? Like just because someone else goes, well, I got 40 wins in Division 6. Does that mean that the people that just want to jump in and play that are good, but don't want to like just get absolutely shit on every game because they can't be asked fully, sit forward on the chair, concentration face. I just want to play.
But
I want to hit some shots.
I'll tell you the best and easy, simple way of being able to sort that out. You can separate them out into ranked and non-competitive. But in the non-competitive, there's nothing to play for. I'm talking no XP. I'm talking no level grind. I'm talking about the very foundation on the floor. You're just playing for a laugh. You don't earn anything off the back of it. That's what non-competitive should be, right? If you want to be able to play for the real stuff, go into rank mode and play against other decent players. If you want to just play for the sake of, I want to switch off tonight, I might win 6 in a row, make me feel better, then you don't get any XP for your players, you don't level up your guns, fine, go and play in the non-competitive mode. Hard disagree.
I've spent my money that I've spent my time on this game, and I have to go in and play some hard competitive mode where I can't just go in and play for fun, because I mean effectively that's what I bought the game for. So I can't go in and play the for fun modes to unlock stuff. You're pretty much paywalling it then. If you are a shit player, then in comparison, you play Fortnite not to win. You play Fortnite to tick off fun missions. It's that sort of thing. You're playing to tick off fun missions. If people are going to just have some fun without missions, but making their own missions, I'm sorry, you don't actually get access to the content unless you win that game and get 50 headshots or something, or unless you get 1,000 headshots over the next few days or whatever. You ain't getting none. It's the opposite side of that for me. Like, I feel like you have ranked and you have casual. And both count towards your in-game content. Yeah, you can get the blue tiger skin, the white tiger skin, the red tiger skin, the regal skins, whatever, for getting your headshots, for getting your kills with your different scopes and so on. And the game giving you those missions to run through that should be about the fun and the journey that comes with unlocking that, not necessarily the journey that comes with playing playing the user base. You're playing the game rather than the user base. If you want to play the user base, that's a different thing entirely, where you open up a separate track for ranked progression.
But that's where skill-based matchmaking comes in then. Fair enough, you might end up fucking... It's skill-based matchmaking. It will pick up an algorithm how well you end up playing in competitive if you want to go into rank. So you wouldn't necessarily be playing against the sweatiest players in the world anymore, because you'd be playing against fucking idiots to begin with, and then you'd incrementally be brought into servers or brought into games where people will be either being a bit more sweaty, or they might just be infinitely better than you are. But that's par for the course, right? Like that's the easiest way of being able to separate people out. I'm playing devil's advocate here, whether or not that means that I actually enforce what I think would be a decent thing. But in terms of, you can't please everybody, and that's where this whole discussion comes about. But I feel like if they put something in place where you know what you're setting into, there isn't necessarily a paywall like you mentioned there, because there'll be skill-based matchmaking where those type of things will count, like ticking off battle passes or whatever it is. I understand if that was to come into Fortnite, I would have to get better because I'm not good enough to be able to win every single game. You see my win percentage on that is 5%, and that's playing against with some... there's so many people in there that I end up getting absolutely battered from because they're level 140 in the battle pass, that they don't switch the game off. They're always going to be better than me. I understand that. I can't rage at that because I don't put the hours into it better than it. But if I've been playing that game 9 hours a day, every single day for the last 4 months, I will be infinitely better than what I am now. And I'll be playing against those players on a level playing field. But if the skill-based matchmaking was to come in right now, I'd probably be playing against bang average players, if not a little better than me. I'm okay with that because it actually makes me think, okay, am I going to need to go into this room? Am I going to clear the room first? Am I going to, okay, I've got some grenades, shall I throw that through the window first? Like, there's different approaches to it.
I mean, I do disagree in terms of, if you put progression only on the ranked mode that has skill-based matchmaking, and then your casual mode has no progression, I believe that is paywall in it, because the only way you get good is through an investment, and that investment is time, but that's still an investment. Time is money, so it's a paywall. So for me, ranked has skill-based matchmaking and has, if you want to be ranked, track of rewards, and then your casual has no skill-based matchmaking and has, these are your just general game rewards, but you also can earn your general game rewards in ranked as well. The difference is you can't earn your ranked stuff in general. So that's where you get the difference is, like, if you want your ranked in-game badge, if you want your ranked, and the way the PUBG will do it was, you get a PUBG vehicle skin, or you get a PUBG parachute for being in the top percentage of ranked. You only get that by being in ranked. This is one of the few things that PUBG has done right. I mean, the fact that they don't allow you to keep it, and you want to keep it for the season and fucking get the next season, is ridiculous. But still, we're on the right path at first. The fact that ranked players play for ranked prizes is good. The fact that there's skill-based matchmaking there, or there would be in games that has more of a player base than PUBG does, obviously, is great there. But then your casual games, for me, I feel like casual doesn't need that level of sweatiness, and people are too scared to go to take the step to ranked, because that's when you get the, I'm not good enough, I'm going to be shit in ranked, so I'm just going to stay and bully the casuals. And that is what it is. But some games you'll get people bullying casuals, some games you'll get casuals playing against casuals, and some days you'll get casuals playing against noobs. It just is that's the roll of the dice. For every overachieving, air quotes, whopper, you've got an underachieving whopper as well. So that's how it works.
There's more of those. I think there's more underachievers than there is overachievers, but there's nothing more than I enjoy being part of an esports community where the person who's gobbing off the most is the person that gets humbled the biggest.
Oh, yes.
There is nothing better than that, because eventually they will, especially in skill-based matchmaking games, eventually they will hit a threshold where they're only going to be coming up against. I'm not going to use the word sweats, because that genuinely just people assume it's just one person that's sat in a corner waiting for people to run through the door and then just take them all out or camp in a spot. I'm talking about the people that have learned their craft, that have learned how to use bullet spread on their favorite M16 in CSGO or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
I'd class that as a sweat. Like a sweat for me is someone that is better than me, but plays to be better than me, because that's a different level of enjoyment. Like the fact that I enjoy a game of football is great, but someone else enjoys winning, and they've crafted their art to the point where they know how to do the inch perfect cross, how to hit the perfectly timed header because they've spent hours in the training. That for me is the sweat, is the person that's put the effort in to learn the mechanics of the game to an extreme. Someone that just sits and holds a doorway is the opposite. That's a noob, that's a camper, that's someone that doesn't know the game kind of thing.
I mean, sweat is just so negative compared to, you say it's negative when someone says someone's a sweat, it is someone who's salty. In my opinion, oh, you fucking sweaty bastard! Look at you! Look at the state of you! Get a fucking life! Go out and touch grass. That's what the sweat statement comes into. Which do you know what? Fully agree, but that never takes into consideration someone who actually is either naturally gifted at the game or someone who actually takes the time to think, okay, rather than me sitting down watching TV, I might just actually learn a little bit more about it. Or someone who invests their time in being able to get better at the game. The word sweat, I fucking hate it because it's so negative, but it is very apt for a lot of instances. But when someone's just genuinely better, no one ever goes online and says this person was just better than me on the day.
Some people do.
Ever see
some
that.
people do. Some people. I've seen quite a few actually. Like you'll get someone like if it happens though, you will get people sharing it with surprise. Fucking hell! Someone actually messaged me saying "GG, that was a nice shot" or whatever. I've had a few of those. I don't get any anymore because I've turned off all messages, which is a downside. I don't get salty messages either now, so because I don't want that shit popping through when I'm on stream because you can get some nasty shit. But I don't have a problem with the word sweat because it is what it is. That is your reality. Like I've said there. Your game isn't necessarily the game that someone else is playing. Just because you're playing for fun, someone else might be in a kill race. That makes them, from your perception, a sweat. And if your perception is that they are sweaty, then that is your reality. So I have no problem with that. If they are try-harding, if they're taking it too serious or whatever, from your perspective, they are. And it doesn't take into account their perspective. But I don't believe that someone should finish a game and go and inquire with someone else. What were you playing that for? Were you just playing that just generally, or were you in the middle of a tournament? Oh, I was in the middle of a tournament. Okay, and I can't classify you as a sweater this time, so I apologise for wasting your time.
No, listen, if it makes anybody feel better about getting fucking dunked on and then calling someone a sweaty bastard and go out and touch grass, fair play to you, honestly, because it will make you probably feel better. It might even make you fucking sleep better at the end of the day. But
science has proven that it does. It's called venting, my friend. It's a psychological relief.
I'm not having that. People fucking slapping keyboards and shit like that's not for me.
I mean, it might not be for you, but literal science has proven.
If it makes people honestly, if it makes you feel better, by all means, it ain't my fucking keyboard. It ain't my pad being. I've still got my day one PlayStation 5 pad. Why? Because I fucking win every single game, Graham, and it doesn't get thrown against the wall. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to smash stuff though. Yeah, just because we've excelled here. Bibby's gone from I hate the word sweat to if you say the word sweat, you smash your controller. There's a big difference.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? I've been in many people's streams, hundreds of people who don't like losing, despite them being fucking terrible at that particular match that they're playing. They might be great, they might be win 9 out of 10 matches in whatever it is, but that one game where someone is infinitely better than them but won't accept it, and it's the game's fault, it's the lag, it's a fucking circle button sticking or whatever. Like, I've been in these games, you've been in these games, you've watched these games. Everybody in the chat now who are probably watching this on demand will know that one person that springs to mind because they don't accept losing, but then we'll just use the word sweat and go onto social media and go, look at the fucking state of this noob, look at him, sweaty bastard, go out and touch grass. That's the things that I can't get behind, and that's what I consider the word sweat being put against. It's just no one is happy at losing, and if that means smashing up your controller, fair play. Yeah, it ain't my fucking controller, but I think it's absolutely funny. And again, nothing better than being humbled. I get fucking humbled every time I go on stream.
So you want people to be happy at losing?
No, but I want people to understand that they aren't as fucking good as sometimes they make themselves out to be.
And that, I mean, bringing that back to the conversation, I think you've gone like weirdly down a few different avenues there. Is the conversation is about skill-based matchmaking.
Agreed.
Just because you get done by a sweat doesn't mean that you should smash your controller or will smash your controller, and doesn't also mean that you are arguing that that person shouldn't have been better than you, that the game did or didn't get involved, or fucking pings, or there's all sorts of other things that could have come into play. You've just got done by someone. By calling someone a sweat, you were effectively calling them better than you in a negative way. Literally, that's what it is. Like, for me, I mean, your opinion, not, but for me, and that's the beauty of this. Opinions are like bibs. I mean, assholes.
Absolutely. I am an asshole. I don't care.
So, like for me, calling someone a sweat is venting in a negative light about someone being better. It's a double-edged sword. You're better than me. All right, you knew it. You didn't need to go for it. It's that sort of stuff. Like, but so yeah, I don't have issues with the word sweat. I would happily call someone a sweat because it's
because they're better than you.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I've just called them a sweat for.
Okay.
But
Glad we cleared that one up.
I mean, it was never there to be cleared up. But if you needed it cleared up, then okay, I'm glad we cleared it up for you.
Listen. Are we all for skill-based matchmaking?
No,
or what?
nah.
Yes, for me. Fucking get him out of here. Go and play against someone who was actually half decent at the game rather than dunking on everyone all the time.
Okay, one more time, babe. Are you for skill-based matchmaking?
No.
Nice one. I appreciate that input there, babe. I mean, would you agree with everything I've just said?
Yes.
Nice one. I appreciate this very, very much. For anyone listening to this on demand, Bibby has just basically... he's gone overboard, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. And skill-based matchmaking is the way forward, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. I appreciate this very much. Oh, fuck, Bibby's muted. I didn't even realise. What were you saying, Bib?
Did someone deafen me then?
I don't know. Did they?
I think they might have done. You sweaty bastard.
Poor Bibby. You're all sweats. You're a sweat, mate. Yoda, mate. For me, yeah, skill-based matchmaking. I've not played enough of it. So for me, I'd prefer it to not be there. But then again, I'm not that strongly feeling about it. Bibby clearly is there.
I absolutely am. Yeah, I'm all in favour of skill-based matchmaking. 100%.
We couldn't tell at all.
Can you not? Oh, do you want me to go back through it again? No. I'm happy with that. Okay.
Go on then.
Yes.
Nice. Sorry, I've got a mute button. I keep using it. It's fine. This is great. Anyway, okay, we'll let Bibby simmer down. He clearly felt pretty strongly about that. The fact that not everyone wants to play skill-based matchmaking has got him absolutely riled up, the absolute sweat. Yeah. So we'll move ahead into our next news story from Chris Scullion at VGC, which says Ubisoft says it won't delete inactive accounts that have purchased games. The publisher has clarified its stance after a support email led some to believe libraries could be wiped. Some, I would say pretty much everyone that read that, because I read it yesterday, and it absolutely said that your library would be wiped, not could be wiped. So if that is the case, it could be wiped, and they want to clarify it, fair dues. But just want to clarify that clarification of the clarifying is it absolutely 100%. There was no taking it for one way and it meaning something else with the way it was written. Ubisoft has stated that it won't close inactive accounts that have purchased games, clarifying a statement made by its Twitter support account over the weekend. Last week, a Twitter user claimed to have received an email from Ubisoft warning that should they not click a link to keep their account active, the account, including all purchased games, would be closed and made inaccessible after a certain period. I mean, that's pretty definitive to me. For the 17th episode of this episode, hey, how you doing? So if you're just joining this, sorry, the stream just went down again. Basically, I don't know where we got to, so I'll jump back a little bit. Last week, a Twitter user claimed to have received an email from Ubisoft warning that they should not click a link. That should they not click a link to keep their account active, the account, including all purchased games, would be closed and made inaccessible after a certain period. Pretty definitive. Ubisoft's Twitter then responded that saying, "We just want to chime in that you can avoid the account closure by logging into your account within 30 days and selecting the cancel account closure link contained in the email," which for me doubles down on the seriousness of that. No, you are losing your account. You can stop it, but you are still gonna lose your account if you don't. It's the same thing. There is no could lose. You would lose your library if you didn't do that action. And if you didn't see that email until 31 days later, then it is what it is. So this led to widespread concern and condemnation from players who were under the impression that this meant if they didn't use their Ubisoft accounts for a long period of time, any game purchases they had made would disappear along with their accounts. However, in a statement to Jules Shockers, Ubisoft has now clarified the matter, stating that while it does indeed legally have to close inactive accounts, this doesn't apply to accounts that have purchases tied to them. The publisher explained that it's been removing inactive accounts for many years now because the EU's GDPR laws mean companies can only store individual personal information for a certain length of time. However, it also also add that it takes a number of things into account before deleting an inactive account, and one of these is whether they've previously purchased any PC games. According to Ubisoft, accounts that include purchased PC games are not eligible for deletion. It adds, in practice, as of today, we have never deleted accounts that have been inactive for less than 4 years. Great. That last line sounds like it was going to say something cool, but that ties to the previous bit, but it just says something else entirely. According to Ubisoft, accounts that include purchased PC games are not eligible for deletion. Okay, that's a cool statement. Stop there. But then it adds, as of today, we've never deleted an account. And then you're thinking, oh, that's had PC games on it. That says that's been inactive for less than 4 years. It's like, that was never in doubt. You did say if you haven't used your account for 4 years. What? It's kind of like saying two things and giving you the slip to let you think, oh, we've never deleted an account that's got paid stuff on it. You've never said that, though. You've not just said that. What you've said is you've never deleted an account that's not been used, not whether it had games or not. The general practice is, though, that if you buy PC games, they won't delete your account. They will remove it, suspend it, whatever you want to call it, and you can get it back, probably. That gives you access to your games, which I'm actually not bothered about. That's a good resolution for me. The fact that you will lose your account but not your games is GDPR friendly, and you can get your account and games back by going and signing back up again. Fine. Okay, that's a good solution for me. Mm-hmm. But to clarify the situation was already clear. You've just either amended or the information that you shared was wrong. So you aren't clarifying, you are correcting. And that's a significant difference there. That's almost like, you misunderstood me. It's like, no, I understood what you said. What you said might have been wrong. Therefore, you made the mistake, not me. So, yeah, either way, we've got there. We fixed it. Ubisoft have said that if you've bought PC games and that you lose your account, you can get it back, which is fine. I'm on board for that. If you lose your account, you lose your account. You've not logged in for 4 years. But as long as you don't lose your purchases. And that is tying back into what we talked about yesterday. Video game... Sick words. Video game preservation. It should be there. If you've bought something, you should have access to it. As long as the system's up, you should have access to it. Just because you've not logged into it for a while is irrelevant. And I'm glad that they've got a way of getting around that. Just like they've got a way of getting around apologising for absolutely scaring the shit out of everyone, because they clearly have. We read it and went through it yesterday, and it was bad. It's clearly not bad, but from the way it was yesterday, it was, but it's not. Nice. Anyway, okay, we are going to stop there. So we have another story from Ubisoft about Immortals Phoenix Rising and another one on Diablo 4, but we're going to leave that there because for anyone that has been in the stream, it's gone down. For you guys, I think 3 times, but for us, 5 times. Obviously, it went down twice before we'd properly started kind of thing. So, yeah, we're going to stop rather than having Bibby stitching together 45,000 episodes of this stream. So, yeah, we will carry on the rest of the stories tomorrow. Do feel free to... I said tomorrow. It won't be tomorrow. It will be Friday. Tomorrow, there is personal things going on plus work things going on as well. So we won't be around tomorrow for an episode of The Scoop unless somehow bizarrely Bibby flies out with a dollop, but we'll see. And I meant that's a single player Scoop, just in case you've not been around for a while. He's not going to dollop on stream, just in case you were excited about that, just saying. Before we go any further, I want to shout out to Manch Fever. I don't know if that's Manch Esther Fever. Did we get a follower because Bibby's wearing his City shirt? Is that what it was? Are you a red? Are you even here anymore? It was 22 minutes ago and I missed it, but we appreciate it anyway. Thank you very much for that. As well as Ezekiel, CD, and Jinx Stacy. Thank you very much for the follows today. Appreciate that very, very much. I'm assuming you're all here for the COD points ! Giveaway for anyone that is late into the stream. We are running a giveaway where you can get some points to spend on Call of Duty. And whether that's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or next year's game, your COD points carry over. So do feel free to check that out. Get involved with the follow and the retweets on the tweeters. Job's good. Nice. But before any of that happens, and before I throw it to Bib, I will be back 6:30 p.m. tonight with some Chasing Crates with mates, although Lotus isn't around, so it might just be me and the Nietzsche. Beans might be in, I don't know. So if you fancy some games, jump in, join us. Nice. But before that, Mr. Bib, is there what you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you very much for joining us for today's episode of The Scoop. That's 2 down, maybe 2, but potentially 1 episode left this week. So if you want to help shape that show, there is 2 ways you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or alternatively, get involved with our Discord if you are watching this or listening to it on any of our on-demand services. Go to the description below. All the links that you require will be listed there below, but all we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and opinions. We will then give you our thoughts and opinions on the very next show, which will be at what time? At some point this week, Mr. Graham Day.
Something-ish. 10 a.m. ish, probably. I hope, maybe. Confirmed.
Did
So
you
yeah,
put a little bit of reverb on that.
no,
Then?
that's just what I sound like, mate.
Oh.
Confirmed.
There we go. A little bit of reverb for the lads.
So yes, 10 a.m. ish. Possibly tomorrow, most likely Friday for the next scoop, 6:30 p.m.-ish tonight for the next episode of Chasing Crates with me. Sadly, Lotus is a busy man at the moment. He has a lot going on personal-wise. He's got weddings/babies inbound, so all of the things going on. So we're probably not going to have the Triggermeister with us tonight, but that does mean spaces. So if anyone wants to jump in, do feel free to join us.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is Double Trouble running again tonight?
Double Trouble runs all the time.
There
all
we
the
go.
time. It's just full priced. It's just whether we drop the price if we do any specials or anything. So at the moment it's full price. Back to the 15k target where we are currently set with Tank leading the way, 21 points. Exclamation mark table for anyone that wants any information that in the stream. You can see the current Double Trouble League leaderboard table. Tank is at the top of the leaderboard with 21 points. 5 points ahead of Pidge in second place with 16. Nuiz, although Gaming Nacho, has shown his interest at getting involved.
Ooh,
he's asked
wow.
for a full stream of Double Trouble games where he can have a few goes at it and put his name on
Has
the
he got
board.
enough points?
Well, he's got 30,000 points, which is only enough for 2 games, which is why he was like, do you fancy doing a special one where you can drop the points at me so I can have a few goes at it? So I was like, maybe, we'll see. So, I mean, he's capable of getting 21 kills on his own.
With a pistol.
And then you add 10 points on for a win, so... Yeah, could be spicy.
Damn.
So we'll see. Speaking of which, Gaming Nacho is live, so do feel free to stick around. We can go drop some love on him. Appreciate it. Quick final reminders: check out the giveaway for some COD points. Also, if you can, check out our latest tweet, pre-going live tweets about Logitech G's Blue Sonar mic. If you don't mind sparing a like and a retweet on that one on Twitter and all of the other social channels, that would be very, very much appreciated because it just helps support the people that support us. And we're going to disappear. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Stick around for the raid, and until next time,
Stay frosty.